Okay, this is the dream, right? One command and a 700 billion parameter monster wakes up on your machine. No cloud, no key, no meter, just you and the model. And I mean, nothing leaves the desk, prompts, files, fine tunes, all of it stays in the room. This is as private as computing gets. But here comes the slap. Frontier open models are not app-sized. GLM 5.2, 744 billion parameters, that's 744 gigabytes of raw weights before you type a single word. And your hardware? The RTX 5090, the best gaming card on the planet, holds 32 gigabytes. That's not where you start, that's where it ends. 744 into 32. Boom, wall. You are 23 flagship cards short. Not close, not even funny. So NVIDIA said fine and built a desktop with 748 gigabytes of coherent memory. DGX Station, same monster model, it just loads. 744 into 748, fits, runs, local, honestly, it's beautiful. That is more than 20 gaming cards of memory in one box, and it plugs into a normal wall socket. Wild. Quick scale check, 8 billion parameters, laptop stuff, 70 billion, a serious local model, 671 billion, open frontier weights, and this thing runs a full trillion on a desk. Why should you care? 3 reasons, and they're good ones. It's private. Nothing leaves the room. It's free to run, 0 per token, and it's always on. So here's the plan, the wall, the desktop that smashes through it, and whether you should actually get one. Part 1. The wall and why local models are brutally hard. Here's what nobody tells you. Local models don't die on speed. Chips are fast. They die on memory. There is never, ever enough of it. Because a model is millions and millions of numbers, and every single one has to sit in fast memory at the same time. Not on disk, not streamed, all of it at once. The math is savage. 70 billion parameters, 2 bytes each, 140 gigabytes. Your 32 gig card was never in the game. Sure, you can compress. Take a 671 billion model. Full precision, 1300 gigs, 8-bit, 671, 4-bit as low as you can sanely go, 336, still 10 times past your card. Oh, and context? Context eats memory too. Run a long conversation at 128,000 tokens, and the cache alone can pile another 200 gigs on top of the weights. It just keeps growing. So that's the wall. 32 gigs versus 500 plus, a teaspoon against an ocean. And people fight it. They stack 4 GPUs, hot, loud, expensive. They offload to the CPU, everything crawls, they crush the model down to dust, and it gets noticeably dumber. Every trick costs you something. Quick one, because this is literally what we do. Every cloud model in my videos runs through one Apex API key, 129 plus models, one dashboard, one bill. apexapi.dev, that's the whole ad, back to the box. Part 2, the desktop, and the trick that breaks the wall wide open. It's the chip. GB300 Grace Blackwell takes a Blackwell Ultra GPU and a 72-core Grace CPU and fuses them, not 2 parts on a board, one super chip. They talk at 900 gigabytes per second, so fast that the GPU and CPU stop keeping separate copies of things and just share one brain. And that is the 748. 252 gigs of screaming fast HBM on the GPU side, 496 of huge system memory on the CPU side, one pool, and the model stretches across all of it. Coherent, that's the magic word. A normal PC has 2 memories copying back and forth over a slow bus forever. This has one space, the model loads once and just lives there. Then 4-bit NVFP4 multiplies everything, near 8-bit quality at roughly half the memory, and 20 petaflops of it. Big and fast. You get both. So what actually runs on it? DeepSeek R1, 671 billion, Llama 405, Kimi K2, a full trillion. Models that needed a server rack last year now boot on a desk. And hey, all three are live on Apex API right now. One key, 5 minutes, zero hardware. Link below. Still hungry? Every station carries an 800 gigabit Super NIC. Link 2 boxes, pool the memory, a terabyte and a half on a desk. Part 3, the honest bit. Should you actually get one? If you touch sensitive data, patients, clients, contracts, this box is the entire argument. Nothing leaves the room ever. For hospitals, banks, and law firms, that's not a feature. That's the permission slip. And the meter, gone. A heavy cloud agent bills every single token, and that bill climbs every hour it runs. This box you pay for once. 10 minutes or 10 hours, same price. Owning the meter changes everything. It runs with the cable pulled out, fully offline, air gapped if you want it. No outage can touch you, no rate limit, no terms of service surprise. And here's my favorite part, the always on agent. Point it at a hard problem, walk away, come back 4 hours later, and it's still grinding on your hardware for free. Okay, the catch? This is enterprise gear. Street prices run around $90,000 and up, and it pulls about 1.6 kilowatts, not a casual purchase. Want the taste without the invoice? DGX Spark, same idea, mini version, 128 gigs of unified memory, 4 to 5 grand, runs models up to 200 billion parameters. That one is actually reachable. And zoom out, there's a whole ladder now, 32 gigs on a gaming card, 128 in a Spark, 748 in a station, terabytes in a data center. Every rung drags more of the cloud down onto your desk. And that's the real story here. Models that lived behind an API are moving onto hardware you can own. The line between the cloud and your room just jumped. Recap in one breath, the wall was memory, never compute. The fix is one coherent pool, and the payoff? Trillion parameter models running in your room. Done. The cloud is optional now. How cool is that? Subscribe for the follow-up, where I show what I would actually run on one of these, and I'll see you in the next one.